Welcome everyone. My name is Shane Kipper. Today we're talking about the 9 elements of a great marketing message. Okay. In this group, we talk about ads, funnels, webinars, follow up. Okay, but none of that's going to work unless you understand your who and how to talk to them, and actually, what you're offering. So one of the most important elements, in my opinion, in order to create successful marketing campaigns and be able to connect with your prospect on an intimate level is you have to develop your message. You have to really spend a lot of time and focus and energy and research on figuring out who this is. When we look at someone, we want to really be able to talk to them like they're our best friend, like I'm talking to you. Before we get started on this, go to callwithshane.com/RND book. I put together a free 30-page PDF that's actually going to help. It's a workbook that's going to help you work through a lot of these steps: identifying your who, creating a message, building a sales funnel, doing the follow-up, and the research in order to come up with a successful marketing campaign. I think you'll really like it. So these are the 9 elements of a great marketing message. Okay, first we've got our niche, our desire, or their desire, the roadblock, the old method, the new method, the backstory, internal and external beliefs, and then the outcome of going through your product or service. Okay, one thing that we want to look for in our niche or take a glance at is what some call the circle of focus. Okay, so we can draw a circle like this, and this is in regards to our niche. So when we're trying to identify our niche, we've got a broad spectrum. This is like our blue ocean, red ocean. If you've ever read .com Secrets, it talks a lot about this. It's like, when you're in a red ocean, there's a lot of sharks and they're bloodying the waters because there's a lot of competition. There's basically 3 main categories or industries, which are health, wealth, and relationships. Okay, so of those 3, you're really going to want to identify which one you're in, which is going to be kind of the broad spectrum here. So, let's say you're a keto coach or a fitness coach, and you're just in the health industry, you're here. But now let's narrow it down a little bit more, because we need to be specific. We need to know exactly who we're talking to and what we're offering to that type of person. Okay, if we go even deeper within health, maybe we could do ketogenic. So you got a diet plan, so keto. Now we want to go even one spot further and go even narrower, because the keto section or niche has already been bloodied, right? There's a lot of people producing content and courses in regards to keto, same with health. Now, in order to do that, we're going to want to identify a specific way that they're going to use keto. You can do this by saying without. So we're going to help you lose weight using keto without cutting carbs, although that's part of keto, so I don't know if that would actually work. But we want to get as narrow of a focus on niche as possible, so that way when we're talking to our prospect, they know that we're actually talking to them. Because when you're running an advertisement, when you're doing any type of content marketing, you want to be able to call them out directly. It's called dog whistle. No one else can hear it but a dog. So you want to do the same thing with your customers. You want to be able to say, attention business owners, or e-commerce business owners, internet entrepreneurs. Internet entrepreneurs is still way too broad. So you would want to specify. Maybe it's, hey, copywriters, if you're a copywriting coach. Hey, agency owners, if you're providing a service to agency owners. Hey, coaches, consultants, and course creators. You're getting really specific and you're calling them out. Okay, so we've identified our niche. Now that we know what they want, who do you help. So the market, what do they want? Okay, and in order to know what they really want, we have to do our research. Okay, when it comes to, and this doesn't have to, this isn't even as much make more money. You know, if you're helping people grow their business or something like that, that's not actually what they want. They don't want pieces of paper. What are their real deep desires? What does the money actually get them? What do they truly want? They want more, freedom, um, more connection, more time, right? So what are their real desires? And because we know what our prospects want, if they're trying to save time, maybe your service actually saves them time by doing it for them, or it cuts out the time of learning the skill of whatever they're trying to accomplish. Okay, we know our niche, we know what they want. What is holding them back? If it's in the internet marketing space, let's say it's social media, right? For the most part, people don't know what they're doing with social media. They're just posting daily just to, get engagement or views or whatever, impressions, but there's no strategy, So, or maybe, the roadblock could be time. Sometimes their desires could even be their roadblock. If they don't have time to post and actually create content, then that's it's preventing them from getting what they want, the desire, which would be maybe more sales or more attention online or a bigger influence or whatever the case may be. So what's holding them back? So maybe that's having enough time to go to the gym. So maybe your product or service solves that by having an at-home workout regimen. Maybe what's holding them back is enough money. A lot of times people don't have enough money to run advertisements, so they think that you have to run ads in order to get results online, and that's actually not true. A lot of people actually teach how to get results online without spending any money on advertising. So when you know the roadblock, you can actually overcome it. You have to know that, or when you create your message, they're still going to have that fear or that frustration or the thing that's preventing them from actually even taking any action at all. Or maybe they are taking action and not getting results, but there's something they're doing wrong, which is the roadblock, that if you help them overcome, it's like knocking down dominoes, right? You just gotta knock one down at a time, but you need to identify which one is really the one that prevents them from doing what they really want, and how does your program solve that roadblock? Okay, now the old method. What have they tried? Okay, what have they been doing? What so like maybe if in the internet marketing space they have been trying to run Facebook ads. That's the old way. But let's say, for example, I mean, this isn't a true statement because there's still an abundance of opportunity in Facebook advertising, but maybe they think that Facebook is too crowded and overpopulated and saturated so that there's not enough opportunity to run ads and actually create an ROI, which is not true. But if that was their belief, then maybe when you understand the old method, the old way that they have been doing it, then you can use that in your marketing by saying, oh, you don't have to DM your pitch anymore. You don't have to run Facebook ads. You can do it all organically. Or, you don't have to do keto in order to lose weight. All you have to do is fast a couple days a week or something like that. it's the old way that hasn't been working for them, and the new way. So when it comes to the old and new way, the new way is not what your product name is or product service name is. Um, it's actually the method by which they get the results. So just like Facebook ads, maybe it's YouTube ads instead. Or for mine is webinars and creating goodwill in the marketplace. So providing value and giving them a call to action. So that's basically my strategy. So the new way is your superior method. Okay, again, it's not like your webinar masterclass 101. It's just webinars. You know, that's the vehicle. Okay, so what is the vehicle? Now that we've got the old method and the new method, what's the backstory? Okay, what's your backstory? What was the journey that you went on in order to get the result and finding the new method? So this is basically going to be providing credibility to the new method and the fact that you tried the old method and it didn't work, and that by using the new method, you're actually overcoming the roadblock to help them get what they desire. See how this works? And so you need to do this and check it off one by one. And my recommendation would be to do this and maybe try it a couple times, okay? So now we've got our backstory, then we've got the internal beliefs and external beliefs. So when it comes to the internal beliefs, it's what they believe about themselves that's preventing them from getting the result. This is going to be something like, I'm not good enough. Time might be one. It might be, I don't have enough time. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the skills to create content. I'm too nervous to be on camera. The new way is actually creating an internal belief, because when you bring this up and you say webinars, you're going to have people say, oh, I'm not good on camera. Or if you say, I want to do keto, or I'm helping you do keto, well, their internal belief might be, oh, I love chips and salsa way too much, so there's no way I could do that. So you got to find a way to overcome that internal belief. External, what do they believe about the outside world? What's the physical reason? So what they believe about the world. So this could be money, because it's, you know, a physical thing. I don't have enough dollar bills in order to get my ads going. Or maybe it's too cold outside, it's winter time right now. Maybe it's I live in a bad neighborhood, or maybe it's I'm not surrounded by the right people. Maybe it's, you know, your family, especially if you're on a diet, it's hard to get your family on the same diet, you know, because they're still eating out of the pantry, grabbing the chips and salsa, and you're stuck eating the freaking broccoli and tomato juice. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So now that you know that, you can overcome it. The idea here is we want to be able to overcome those beliefs before they have them. They're almost like objections, but they're a little bit deeper, but you want to be able to solve that for them before they have enough time to think, oh, I can't do this because. But so then you prove that they can, even though they might not be where they think they should be, in order to get the desire by using your program. Okay, so now this basically wraps it all up. So what is the tangible end result? And I say tangible because it needs to be tangible. It needs to be something that they can actually receive at the end of going through your program? What's the way that I would think about this is, what's the very best outcome someone would get by going through your program? This doesn't mean more happy, or accomplish big goals, or be more flexible. Although those are outcomes, but the tangible end result would be something like get your very first client, or 10x your sales. Because you can say, okay, I made $10,000 this month. Next month I can make 100. Okay, that's tangible. I could lose 80 pounds, whatever the case may be. Now, when it comes to Facebook advertising policy, you can't be having claims, especially in health or money. So you can't say make $10,000 or 10x your investment, or lose 80 pounds. And then you also can't say a specified time. You can't say in the next 30 days. So you have to really get crafty with your headlines and your sales copy. But there's a way to do it that's falls within those guidelines. So just be aware of those things. Okay, so just to recap. First, you need to know exactly what your niche and who is in that niche. You need to know what they want, what they really want, what's, more than just the pieces of paper. What's the roadblock? What's preventing them from getting that thing? What's the old way the thing that wasn't working before, and what's your new way that is superior to the old way that helps them get the desire? And what's your backstory that tells the story and provides credibility to the fact that you know what you're doing and you've actually gotten results. Although it's not necessary completely to have results, you can, by just providing value and showing people that you can actually help them, you can do the same job. Internal belief, what do they believe about themselves that's holding them back from the new method? And then the external belief, what's on the outside world that's preventing them from using the new method to get what they want? And then what is the very best result someone would get by going through your program, and how is it tangible, physical, right? So that concludes the 9 elements of a great marketing message. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash up that like button if you do. If you like this content, leave a comment for me. I'd love to know your questions, or just what you got out of this video. If you go to callwithshane.com/RND-book, I have a 30-page PDF. It's totally free. All I need is your email so I can send it to you. It's a workbook that's going to help you identify your perfect prospect, establish a message around them, do your research so you know the competitors, to develop an offer, and then your sales funnels, your follow-up. There's just so much in there. So I really think you're going to get a lot of value out of that. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time in the Sales Funnel Discussion Group, I go live to talk about ads, funnels, follow-up, messaging, the whole shebang. So tune in with me live, invite a friend, and we'll see you there.